Today we need to get into people saying that Jung Kook might feel hurt recently after what is going on. We also have his Instagram page for his dog being filled with negative hate comments. And then we have members of several groups believed to have gone through plastic surgery. So you don't need to save decide hate it or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Make sure you join us fangirling on Patreon, and let's go. The first thing that I want to talk about isn't something that I saw as widely talked about, but I definitely thought it was interesting and it's becoming this sort of meme, and I think I want to talk about it. The label is sort of getting a pretty bad reputation lately, and one of the things that is being added on to the label's reputation is people saying that the label encourages plastic surgery, to the point where there is a nose type that is considered the hive nose or hive teeth. And this is typically the very trendy nose type where it's an upturned nose and it's thin. And then we have teeth, which is people saying veneers are being added to a lot of the members' teeth. So an upturned nose has been a sort of trend for a while. Everyone's always talked about wanting a cute button nose. However, veneers are more of a new trend, and it's an interesting one because I don't typically understand the point of veneers, and a lot of dentists have come out and said that the current trend in which people are participating is actually really bad for them. So basically what it is they shave down all your teeth and then they put on these crowns on the teeth to make it look like fake doll teeth. And the point isn't to make it look like fake doll teeth, but it ends up looking that way anyway. And it's super white and straight and abnormally perfect. And this can look kind of creepy sometimes, especially if their crowns don't exactly fit the person's face. And sometimes when they smile, it's all teeth. And then you can see that with several celebrities that have done that recently. It gives an uncanny valley type of look where it looks like they're real and then it also looks fake at the same time. And it's just kind of creepy. And I don't understand this trend because if you want white teeth, then just make your teeth white. And then if you want like specifically straight teeth, just shave your teeth down or get crowns or specific veneers for your tooth that are not straight. But there's no point in getting them all done. Not only is that very expensive and unhealthy, it doesn't look good. That would potentially minimize the damage that everyone is getting for their teeth by just trying to shave down one or two tooths. A lot of people are coming out to say that several of the members of different groups within the label have gotten work done recently, and they allege several different types of K-pop idols, and many different idols saying that they must not be okay with how they look. Now, is it possible that they get work done? Probably, but I don't think that it's super likely, as I think a lot of them know what they're going to be perceived as if they get work done. And also, I don't like the idea that if they get work done, that it's something to be ashamed of. None of them, and not even the label, are alleging that they would never do that. And so if they decide to fix something that bothers them, I don't see that as something that's really bad, especially if it helps their self-confidence. On a much smaller scale, we're okay with people wearing makeup. We're okay with wearing really nice clothes. We're okay with wearing clothes that look like it slims us down. And all of these things are not plastic surgery, obviously, but there are things that change our appearance for the sake of self-confidence. If you're doing makeup every day, let's say you add eyeshadow and hollow out your eyes, that to me is very similar to just getting the work done and doing it surgically. The only thing that people are against about surgery is that it's unhealthy and it could potentially serve as a life-threatening risk. And then other people think it's really bad for the kids that are watching who then are like, oh my God, I need to go get surgery too to look this way. But at the end of the day, everyone getting surgery or not getting surgery is their own decision. And whether they see their favorite celebrity get surgery or not, it's not going to change their own insecurity. Their favorite celebrity likely looks a certain way because that's the way that society deems is acceptable to look. And so they will look that way. And if your kid doesn't look that way, then they're going to want to look that way anyway. I know so many people, including myself, who grew up in a very white American world where I just wanted to look like I had blue eyes, I wanted to be like 6'5", and I wanted to have brown hair. And I wanted all those things. Obviously, I was never going to be able to look like that. But if I had gone down the road where I never learned to love myself and decided that I wanted to get plastic surgery to change those things about me, that would be my own decision. Let's not try to stop people from getting plastic surgery, but have people learn to love who they are. And then if they want to get plastic surgery on top of that, after they love who they are, then that is just like cosmetic things, and they're doing it for either like their career or for whatever reason. It's not because they internally hate themselves. Now, I want to specify again, I don't know if these people have gotten plastic surgery, and I don't think that they have, but these are the rumors that are going around. There's also been a lot of stalker action going on that is quite creepy, and we also have to talk about that. Stalkers have been around forever, and for as long as BTS has done their thing. But it's obviously very interesting when BTS isn't active and they aren't doing anything to hear about stalkers and that sort of stuff. People were very angry over this idea that a lot of stalkers had found out about Jungkook's dog's Instagram account before it came out. So people were wondering how people knew about Jungkook's Instagram account. And people believed that the account was being stalked so much that Jungkook felt like he should go out and reveal the account himself, which is what he ended up doing. Allegedly, the account had about 1,000 followers before anyone even found out about it, which of course made people wonder where these followers were coming from. Because if the followers were all his friends and family, it would be pretty difficult to hit 1,000 followers with just your friends and family. At least I think it would be. And then this is where it gets creepy, because people were saying that some of the followers were coming from BAM's grooming company. So apparently the grooming company follows the BAM Instagram account, and then from that, people found out what BAM's Instagram account was. That to me is also creepy. And a lot of people online say it's so nonchalantly, like, oh, I found out through the grooming company's account, as if that's something that is normal, as if we should know what a literal stranger uses to groom his dog. And people think that this action would be something that would hurt Jungkook ultimately, as Jungkook didn't like the idea of people knowing what gym he went to and all that sort of stuff. So he definitely wouldn't be happy with people knowing exactly which company he goes to and potentially even what days he brings his dog into the groomers. And there's also been a lot of backlash on the official BAM Instagram account. This gets pretty upsetting. So if you're not aware of what happened, if you go down the comment section of the pictures on the Instagram account, you'll quickly notice that there's a lot of comments that are talking about Jung Kook and backlash on him. Now, there's some theories as to where this backlash comes from. Some people were saying that the backlash happened because his dog was getting more followers in 1 hour or 1 day compared to other K-pop idols. And so some of the K-pop idols fandoms have gotten upset and went ahead and attacked the Instagram account of BAM. Other people think it's just because of what's happening recently with Gaza and all this stuff over there, that it was naturally going to cause backlash on the page. And both of these are somewhat true, as we can see both these types of comments in the comment section. There's a couple of people who were talking about the fact that it's unfair and stupid to see this many people hate dogs and why people were so upset about that. But none of the comments are about the dog. All the comments are about people who are attacking Jung Kook. And the BTS community is not unfamiliar with this idea of being upset about something and then attacking the wrong people or flooding the comment section of a post that is unrelated. I mean, I remember when people were upset at James Corden, and then one of James Corden's recent posts that was about someone dying and his close friend dying was filled with BTS drama. Like, you're gonna tell me that this is unfair, and it's unfair that people are attacking Jungkook's dog's Instagram account when the K-pop community has been known to attack people in unrelated posts. Anyway, that's just my side note. My point here is that I don't think anyone should be getting hate comments, period. Now, a lot of people are scared that Jungkook might see those comments and might have a reaction to it, and chances are he probably is seeing these comments, and it would be quite hard to ignore when there's this huge influx of comments. And many people were wondering what his reaction was. Well, he did talk about sort of hate comments a long time ago, and his answer kind of applies now. He spoke about how he is grateful for hate comments because it means that people have been making time for him to leave those comments. And I absolutely do agree with this comment, because at the end of the day, haters are essentially even what makes a celebrity a household name. I've rarely ever heard of a celebrity getting famous without a controversy or becoming a household name without some sort of backlash behind them. And so even if the backlash is uncalled for, it can help them. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out Patreon for more videos. Link down below. Thanks for this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.